Alberta Foreclosure and how it works. No matter who you are, if you are in the process of a mortgage that has defaulted, you need to know the process of foreclosure in Alberta. Alberta foreclosure is the legal steps that a bank or a lender takes to recover arrears and principal on mortgage loan that is in default. If you need foreclosure help in Alberta, please call 1-416-409-7300. We have been serving Canadians in need since 1981. In Alberta, the Master in Chambers of the Court of Queen's Bench of Alberta, which is not the case in the rest of the provinces. They can also decide who the property is sold to and for what price. How Alberta foreclosure process starts. Canadians are most likely to default under a non-payment of mortgage payments. After one missed payment, the Alberta foreclosure process can legally begin. But other reasons can cause the Alberta foreclosure process to start as well. Acts of default under a mortgage may include 1. Not making mortgage payments. 2. Letting the property get significantly damaged. 3. Not insuring the property. 4. Not paying taxes on the property. Who pays for the cost of Alberta foreclosure? Alberta homeowners pay all costs in a foreclosure. The foreclosure process costs can include property managers, repairs, appraisers, realtors, lawyers, etc. All costs are added to what the homeowner owes. It is very important as a deficiency judgment can be pursued by a bank, lender or insurer in certain circumstances. Commercial property owners can face Alberta foreclosure, CMHC or other insured mortgages. The lender can garnish wages, take payments from the borrower's assets, etc. for the amount owing in the mortgage. When someone defaults, the lender contacts Alberta foreclosure. On the first missed payment, the bank or the lender will start communicating. Other banks or lenders will call you or mail you a letter notifying you of the missed payment. The Alberta foreclosure process will end if the missed payment can be paid immediately. If the property owner is being contacted, they should never ignore it. For single missed payment, some mortgages have provisions if it is a situational issue. Missed payments due to non-sufficient funds NSF usually have a financial cost to them ranging from $150 to $500. Demand letter in Alberta foreclosure. In the Alberta foreclosure process, a demand letter is usually sent after the second missed payment. This letter can even be sent by a collections company or lawyer. In all instances, this letter will state that if arrears are not paid up, an Alberta foreclosure will be commenced against the landowner. A statement of claim starts the Alberta foreclosure process. The Court of Queen's Bench files this claim. Once this process has started, the homeowner will be liable for many more costs, as most lawyers make the borrower pay all costs related to the foreclosure process. The lawyer for the bank starting the action will file a notice on the title to the property. The foreclosure action has been started once this notice goes out, and it notifies all people who have a title on the property. Bring the arrears up to date with Alberta foreclosure. To pay the costs that they owe, in Alberta the homeowner has a right to redemption. Up until the final order is granted by the court, the homeowner can end the Alberta foreclosure process by paying up the arrears or, in some cases, making payment arrangements to pay up the arrears. Statement of Defense Alberta foreclosure. There are very few defenses to Alberta foreclosure. This is not commonly used because it is very expensive, and there is no defense unless there is an error in the amounts owed or paid. If the amount of the appraised value is very low, this is another time when a borrower may file a defense. Legal fees can also be disputed. Demand of notice Alberta foreclosure. A demand of notice is a legal declaration that a borrower wants to be kept up to date in the Alberta foreclosure process. If the homeowner tries to sell the property, the bank or lender has to go through all the foreclosure steps and the Alberta foreclosure will occur. No defense by homeowner in Alberta foreclosure. Unfortunately, this is a frequent choice the homeowners facing Alberta foreclosure make. The bank or lender can note the borrower is in default. This will happen after the notice period has passed. The statement of claim will state how much time the homeowner has to respond very clearly. Effectively, this allows a bank or a lender to jump to the end of the Alberta foreclosure process. Quitclaim Alberta foreclosure. If the homeowner gives the title to the bank or lender, this is called a quitclaim. The homeowner is highly recommended to obtain legal advice if they are considering a quitclaim, as they may lose rights and it may have continuing financial repercussions. Consenting to the Alberta foreclosure. This is another situation where the homeowner should talk to a lawyer about the legal consequences of this action. It may allow a person to stay in their home longer. However, it can have serious repercussions. Redemption period Alberta foreclosure. The redemption period is the time the court allows the homeowner to pay back arrears. The time allowed by the courts will vary. The redemption period and how long the homeowner can stay in the home is determined by many factors. The biggest factor is the equity in the property. Sale ordered by the court Alberta foreclosure. This is the step in the Alberta foreclosure process where a home is put on the market for sale. Over the years, Alberta has used many methods of sale. Advertising by tender notice in newspapers, by tender notice posted at the courthouse, actual on-site auctions and listing the property with a realtor are just some examples. The Master in Chambers of the Court of Queen's Bench of Alberta have a wide discretion in determining how a property will be sold in a foreclosure. All agent fees are paid by the homeowner. Offers are all presented to the Master in Chambers of the Court of Queen's Bench of Alberta. Whether an offer is fair or not is determined by the Master in Chambers of the Court of Queen's Bench of Alberta. All debts on the title are paid by the sale proceeds. The homeowner receives all remaining funds. Order for Alberta foreclosure. This is where the property is not sold but is transferred to the bank or lender in satisfaction of the debt. A judicial sale is very different. A deficiency judgment may be reached by an Alberta foreclosure order. Please call text 1-416-409-7300 if you are facing foreclosure in Alberta or if you want to learn how to buy pre-foreclosure properties in Alberta. You can attend our live seminar and eyewitness training.